I'm the owner of Wines on Second. We're here in the Dalles. The Wines on Second's a combination bottle shop, gourmet shop. We have a small wine bar with wine, beer, and cider. We serve things to go or for here. We do live music a handful of times, just kind of a community spot. I was a social worker for a decade before I got into the wine world, so for me, community is much more important than even what I'm selling. Like, that's just kind of the space is a wine shop, but we're a community-focused space. So every Wednesday we open jams. We have bluegrass on the first and third Wednesdays. We do rock, kind of open rock, folk, jazz jams on the other Wednesdays. We have a high school group that does D&D meetups here. We just provide a table for them. More than anything, like, the shop is a community space for people who are excited about what we offer. Even before opening the shop, I was impressed that the link existed and the fact that we had public transportation available. And then last year, when I found out that there was this program to help people who live close to the downtown the Dalles or work in downtown the Dalles have access to this, I was blown away. So I applied for it immediately. I encouraged all my employees to apply for it. The link goes right in front of my shop. I'm a big train rider, so I love that I can take the link over to Bidgen and hop on the Amtrak to Portland. It's an amazing program. I think we're incredibly lucky to have access to this at this community. Even though I'm a bike rider and I have employees who work here who are bike riders, the Dalles can sometimes be challenging. On hot days or icy days, we have some pretty gnarly hills here, so to have that as an alternative, to be able to just hop on the link and get kind of anywhere you need to go, not just in town, but throughout the gorge, is a pretty amazing resource. I think one of the coolest things about the link and the mass transit that we've accessed here in the gorge is not just commuting around town, but how accessible it is to get from here elsewhere. I have a good friend in town who oftentimes bike commutes to Portland, so he's able to bike to the closest link pickup. He goes to Hood River, he takes the connector from Hood River to Gateway Transit in Portland, where he's able to catch the mass transit there into downtown, and then he bikes the last 10 blocks to his spot. And he's able to do that in not too much longer than it would take to drive, and I think that is crazy. I also have a cousin in Seattle who just recently asked if he could come down to a show that I was coordinating here, but he doesn't drive, and he was wondering if there was a way to get mass transit out here. And I thought about it for him, and I was able to find a route from his house in Seattle where he could take the bus to the Amtrak station. He took the Cascadia Amtrak from Seattle to Portland, and then he took basically inverse of my friend's route, where he was able to take the light rail to Gateway connector to Hood River, link to my front door. And that to me is crazy, that he could take mass transit from Seattle to my house in the Dalles and literally walk off with his suitcase at my front door. That's pretty amazing.